Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm in the garage with the 1935 Ford, and today we're going to be making some DIY kick panels. So let me show you what we're doing. So here's an old one from the driver's side. You can see it's pretty beat up. And then over here is the one we made. Looks a lot better, and it also fits better. And now, the one we're making now is the one for the passenger side. Now, the material we're using, it doesn't match the doors or the seat, but it matches the floor and our little mats here. And the reason we couldn't get that material is because we couldn't find it. Alright, now we're making a template of the kick panel on Baltic birch 1/4-inch plywood. Since we're going to be covering it in material, this will get us close but not exact. We're using a bandsaw to cut the plywood. Alright, now we got our kick panel piece here all cut out, trimmed, and test fitted in the car. Now we're going to drill some holes in it, and that way we can put it in. Alright, we got our holes drilled here in our material. Now we're going to countersink them a little bit so our fasteners sit more flush with the material. Alright, we got our fabric cut out, and we're happy with how it's laying. And there are two sides to the fabric. There's a finished side and a non-finished side, and you want your finished side on the out, so be sure to check that. And then just bend it over and make sure you're happy with how the overlap is, and then you can start stapling it on. Alright, and to do this, we're going to be using 1/4-inch staples.
Nice and tight.
To keep it nice and tight while you're doing that too. Alright, we got our material on, we got all the staples in. This here's the front, and then this is the back. But now, we are going to be putting a vinyl material on the front, still on the bottom half. And that'll go in right, that'll start where this red line is. And it'll be easier to clean. Alright, we got our vinyl cut and on here, and we decided to put it over top of this material here. That way it would show less imperfections of the wood and be more smooth. And now we're gonna overlap. Now that's gonna be a little bit bigger because we don't want that to be on top of the material that we already stapled.
Okay, now we've got one end of the material stapled to the back side of the board. And what we're going to do is flip it over and start to pull this material tight and flatten it out. And I'm going to start stapling the opposite end to hold that tension. And then we'll just continue to repeat this process along all the edges, flipping the board upside down and back again to pull the tension tight and remove any wrinkles or ripples in the material.
Alright, we got our vinyl on, and we put this chrome trim piece on here to separate them because we had some staples up here. And then we're going to be putting this brown trim to go around the edges to give it a more finished look. Alright, we got this all finished up here. We got our holes penetrated. And we stopped this brown trim piece here, my fingers on here, because the rest of it will just get covered up by the floor. Alright, we got our kick panel installed into the car. This is the passenger side. Got it all in, got all of our screws in here. Looks good. Got the driver's side in. You might not be able to see it that good, but there it is. So they're all in. They're installed. That's gonna be the end for today's video. If you like the videos of this 1935 Ford, don't forget to please like and subscribe, and go check out my playlist on this car. See you in the next one.